Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lucore Automotive. The time has come to have a conversation. We have teased about this in a couple of past videos that we have made a large investment in the shop and our capabilities. And that large investment is sitting on the other side of that fan. First off, thank you very much to everybody who's helped us to get to where we are with business. Thank you to all of our fans, our viewers, our subscribers, everybody. If you haven't, by the way, subscribed, please do. We make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And this was not at all on our radar at all. It was not in the plans for what we needed to do. However, like I said, opportunity presented itself, and we had to jump on it. And that's what it is. Yeah, that says DynoJet on it. And there's two sets of rollers. One there in the front and one back there in the back. That is an all-wheel drive dyno. Can run front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, up to 2,000 horsepower. Yeah, so that happened. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, things we want to discuss as far as with the dyno, as far as future plans with the shop, and customer relation type stuff. So please do stay tuned. Follow me after the break. We'll talk about this. As I said, this was not in the plans. We had a pretty linear path for the year as far as what we were going to be able to get done in the shop. And we had a company that we did all of our dyno tuning from. Everything we would work on, everything we would tune, all was done in another location. And it just kind of came available that the dyno was available for purchase. And we were in a position to be able to pick it up, make it happen. So here it is. It's taken the last week and a half or so to get the dyno itself assembled, because this thing came in big pieces that Rich had a nightmare of loading and unloading. It also comes with a extra rack, which you can see here. So that is a trailer mounted or box mounted dyno. And what you do is you drive the vehicle onto this, and then this lifts the car up to the height of the dyno, then you drive the vehicle onto the dyno. So this is going to be mounted kind of outside, inside with the garage door to be able to handle getting vehicles on there. But it's going to allow us to be able to have vehicles elevated when we're working on the dyno. That way we can see underneath them, we can work on them if we need to. Pretty cool setup. It's just a matter of it's a lot of work that we didn't really plan on needing to do to get all this stuff set up. The reason we ended up purchasing this dyno is not necessarily for all of the, you know, sexy dyno stuff that you can do as far as max power pulls and that kind of thing. And it's not to be able to get into the making race cars thing. That's not what we're looking to do here. We do a lot of classic car stuff, as you guys obviously know. And being able to tune it on a dyno is extremely useful versus making your adjustments to the carb or whatever you need to make adjustments to, putting the car back together, getting it off the lift, taking it outside, running it down the road, seeing if it's better or worse, if you fixed it, whatever it is, bringing it back, putting it back together, taking it back apart again, blah, blah, blah. This allows us to just put the vehicle on the dyno, strap it down, and be able to make partial power pulls, make drivability pulls, make full power pulls. And you can do a whole lot of that emulation of driving on this dyno, which should make our tuning process with carburetors considerably smoother and faster. Yes, obviously we can make full power pulls on this. We can make those sexy dyno videos to be able to share with everybody, which we will do. But it's more of a tool to be able to refine and speed up the process of what we do as far as with classic cars and that kind of thing. Now, with that said, yes, you can absolutely use this to tune modern cars. LS stuff, modern Hemi stuff, Coyote stuff, whatever. Imports, domestics, it doesn't matter. You can put whatever you want to on this. It does have a sliding wheelbase deck, so you can adjust the wheelbase here based on what kind of vehicle it is. We put the information in there, and then the deck actually will separate itself or pinch itself with these little sliders here, and allow you to run whatever kind of vehicle, whether or not it's front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive. And also, that way it doesn't screw up if you're running like a Subaru or something that's got an all-wheel drive system. It doesn't screw anything up because these two are actually tied with this gigantic belt down here that is insanely expensive because this has the link system on it. So we have the ability to have these two rollers attached and be able to run vehicles that way and get true information without freaking the car out about my front tires are spinning or not spinning or whatever the case may be. That leads into another conversation about what we're planning on doing as far as offering options go. At the moment, we are not getting into doing any tuning on modern vehicles. That's not what we're looking to do. This is purely a thing that we are going to be able to use for our own personal usage, for vehicles that we build, and for a very, very small group of our friends and business partners that do need the ability to do dyno tuning themselves. So we are not opening this up at this point in time for us to do dyno tuning. That's not going to be a thing, at least at the moment. It's something we may do at some point in time in the future, but if you've watched any of our videos, we're insanely busy in the shop, and taking the time out of our schedules to either myself or Rich or hiring somebody else to do our tuning for us just doesn't make the sense that it needs to make right now. Financially, it doesn't make sense for us to get involved in that at this point. It's just not something that we're really interested in. We appreciate everybody who's heard rumors about us getting this dyno set up and are looking to get stuff scheduled through us to be able to get dyno tuning done on their vehicle. At this point in time, it is not something that we are going to be offering, but that may be something that changes in the near future. Same thing with race car stuff. We are not getting into building people race cars. That is not what we do here. We do obviously occasionally help with the race car stuff. You know, whether or not it's this thing, which you guys have never seen yet, or that little blue truck right there that you guys have seen. Yes, we do assist in builds on occasion when we can, but that is not the core part of our business that we're looking to service. This is not something that is profitable. It's not something that you can really make a business out of for the most part. It is something we occasionally will be able to do and squeeze in as we can on a case-by-case basis. But it is not a situation where we're looking to bring new customers on to be able to build new race cars for new people. It's just not something that we're looking to do. We just straight up don't have the time for it. It's going to be a great tool. We're really excited about it. It gives us a whole lot more capabilities than what we had before. It allows us to streamline the process of tuning our own stuff and getting our projects done and getting them back out the door or getting them back to a customer. You know, if it's a situation where we're doing upgrades for a customer that was already coming in, yes, that is an add-on service that we can probably do to be able to see like the before and after, that kind of stuff. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of dyno content coming. Whenever we're dynoing one of our videos or one of our vehicles, or a friend or business partner is dynoing their videos or their cars, we can share that with you as well. So there will be a lot of dyno stuff coming, and it is a pretty unique investment. It's a pretty unique experience. There's really nobody else around here that has this dyno capability that we know of. And that's one of the major reasons we ended up purchasing this dyno. It was kind of it's a hole in the industry as far as offering wise goes. In the central Ohio area, there's really nobody else that does this or that has this capability, so we jumped on it. It just made sense. Does that make sense? This is a bad decision, let's be honest. This is a bad and very expensive decision. We're going to need every click and every eyeball we possibly can kept on this channel to help pay for all of this crazy upgrade stuff that we're doing. But we're making these investments in the shop because it's stuff that we can do to help the community and provide a service to our customers, future or current. That's very, very valuable. So there you go. That's what we're talking about today. We now have our very own dyno. As far as reaching out to us for tuning, like I said, leave that alone at this point in time. It's not going to be something we're going to do. There is going to be an option as far as in the somewhat near future for dyno rental through a couple of different people, where if you have a vehicle already created, you have already built your vehicle, and you need to rent dyno time, that is going to be an option at some point in time in the near future, not currently. But you would be responsible for tuning your own vehicle or bringing a tuner who's going to tune your vehicle. You would purely be renting the dyno on a case-by-case basis, hour-by-hour basis. That way, if you blow up your car, not our problem. You'll also have a fee for cleaning up this very expensive dyno. Not trying to be a pain in the neck, not trying to be anything other than honest. We just don't have the time to learn all of the different stuff as far as the tuning with that kind of thing goes, or have the time to do the actual tuning itself. It's just not something that we can foresee happening for us. But in the near future, there will be an option for people to rent out the dyno to do their own dyno tuning on their own vehicles. And again, you're going to be responsible for any licensing or software or any malfunctions. That's all on you guys. But that's something we're going to save for later on down the road, not for current. So timing wise, we're looking to have this thing up and running in about a week or so, week and a half. Probably start tuning on stuff the first part of May, maybe second week of May, first week of May, second week of May, something like that, once we get everything situated and everything set up. So it's up to 2,000 horsepower. I've run almost every vehicle I own, power-wise. I have run on this exact same dyno, so it gives us the ability to do a real apples-to-apples comparison on what our stuff did before versus what it does now. We have all kinds of capabilities out of this thing, and it's a great tool for drivability and power and diagnostic type stuff. Being able to find those issues that you really are hard to find on an actual road, or not safe to find on an actual road. It's just a great investment. We're excited about it. We're terrified because it's a ton of money, but it's a huge capability addition to the shop. So hopefully you guys are going to be able to support us with this. Again, we really appreciate it when you guys watch our videos and you interact with us and you send comments and you reach out to us on Instagram, or you bring vehicles to us for us to work on. That kind of stuff is exactly what this is all about, and what we're making this investment for is to be able to make better content for you guys, to be able to offer more services for you guys, as well as be able to grow as a business, because this is a business for us. This is not just a couple guys with cameras honky-tonking around in the garage trying to get stuff running. This is a business investment, and this is all about doing business, but we want to be able to share more and more content with you guys, and we're in a unique position to be able to do that. So there you go. Welcome to our DynoJet, folks. It's pretty exciting. We're both excited and terrified. Mostly excited. But this should be a great bad decision. So merch-wise, we should have stuff, I believe, in the next week from Gina down in Kentucky is going to be finished up with all of our orders. All that stuff should be shipped up here, and then we'll turn that stuff immediately around and get it shipped out to everybody that's been waiting on it. Anybody else who's interested, we are still having our pre-order stuff available. The Lucore Church of Bad Decisions shirts, pocketed and non-pocketed, as well as the zip-up hoodies are up there. I've added the pullover hoodies to the website as of today. The Lucore work shirts will be up next week. We just got to get all the pricing and everything figured out on that. There's also the I Support Bad Decision shirt that's up there as well, which the money that goes for that is going to fund our Hellcat-powered AMX swap. So all your monies that are spent on that will go into that project, because that's going to be a massive expense to be able to get that thing together. Anyway, there you go. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend, folks. Just wanted to give you guys an update as far as what's been going on in the shop. We've been teasing around about it a little bit, but now it's officially a thing. We are officially a DynoJet owner and DynoJet provider. Oh boy. Thanks for being here, folks. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.